Okay, we're continuing the same topic. We're still finding the area of each triangle. So we use the same formula. So number one is just a review. So same thing that we did. So area is equal to 1/2 times the base, or one of the side, which is 22, times another side, 13. But these are not 90 degrees. The 13 is not the height, so we must adjust it by multiplying sine of the angle between those two. So remember, you need to multiply the angle between them. It's going to be important in a few minutes. So if you work it out, you get 86.05, but you want to round it to the 10th place. So instead of putting 86.05, you need to put 1. Okay, one number after the decimal point is 10th place. Okay, so number 3. Now this one, there's two angles. There's 110 degrees and there's a 33 degrees. So which one are you going to use? Well, we only use the one between the two sides. So we're going to be using 32 and we're going to be using 50 because those two are the sides that were given. We don't have the third side. We don't have anything on that. So these are the two sides, and the angle you must use is between those two sides, which is 33. Touching 32 and 50. So if you work that out, area is equal to 1/2 of base times height, but we don't have height, so we use 32 instead. We adjust it by sine of the angle between it, 33. Okay, so if you work that out, 435.71, so 71, we'll just put 7. Okay, number 5. Again, we need two sides and the angle between 5. So if I try to use a 28 and 17, see how it doesn't have any angle in between them? So you cannot use the 28. What you must use is the angle 98, which is right here. So you should be using 17 and 20 as the two sides. So the formula says has to be the angle between the two sides that you're using. So area is 1/2 times 20 times 17 times the sine of the angle between them, which is 98. Which turns out to be 168.34. So 168.34, so it stays as 3. Okay, and then the last type, this is different. So you must use the angle between the two sides. So two sides are 6 and 9, and I don't have any number, any angle between those two. But in this case, it's not too bad because we have two other angles, so we could just use triangle must add up to 180 degrees interior angle wise. So it must add up to 180 degrees, so we either add 87 and 42, or in calculator just subtract 87 and subtract 42. Right, you're gonna just subtract it and you're gonna get the answer. So that turns out to be 41 or 51. Hold on. 51. If you subtract it in a calculator, it will give you the number. So this angle that was missing was 51 degrees. Okay, so these are the two sides, and you subtract the two angles to get the third angle, which is 51 degrees. So in the area formula, you'll be using base times the, well, we don't have height, so we use slanted side, time adjusted by sine of the angle in between, which is 51 degrees. And it should turn out to be 20.98. Oh no, so how do you, so this is what I have. Okay, we only want to keep the 10th place, one number after decimal point. You're going to erase all this. But that 8 that you're erasing, this 8 right here, it tells you to move up 1. So if you have 20.9, what's one higher than that? 20.10. No. That's smaller, a lot smaller than 20.9. One higher than, think of it as 209. What's one higher than 209? 210, right? So that would be 21.0. So you give one more to the 9 and you're going to get basically, you know, become a 1, will become a 10, 21.0. And I need a 0 at the end. You cannot just put 21 because if you put 21, you round it to the whole number. If you put 21.0, that means you round it to 10th place. Okay, kind of difficult rounding. And one more thing, the units, centimeters, you should put centimeters square. That looks weird. Centimeter square, you should put the units for, since you're starting with the centimeters. If you just have numbers, then you just put the number, but since you started with the 9 centimeter, 6 centimeters, you put centimeter square. And so did all the other problems, but I mean, it's not a big deal, but you should put the unit. And then squared, because it's area. Okay, so area is measured in units squared, or inches squared, miles squared, or feet square feet. Okay, feet is just length, how long it is, and area is always in feet squared. Okay.